Hello everyone, it's Baldy Chris once again, and it is time for Enter the Gungeon Unloaded, and we're now on episode 76. And since in the last episode, after what felt like quite a few, I think it might genuinely be around 20 episodes or so of looking for one very specific unlock, we did finally get it in the last episode. And apologies, I went a little bit mad when I did get it. There was loud noises and probably some swearing and stuff as well. But we did get it, so the finished gun has been unlocked. The Ammonomicon is not telling us that, but it has been unlocked, I promise. So anyway, I put the game into rainbow mode at the end of the last episode, and I'm hoping we should be getting the finished gun pop out of a rainbow chest fairly soon. Not necessarily soon, not necessarily the first one we see, but hopefully fairly soon. So, let's have a little look. What have we got? Well, we don't got the finished gun there. Unfortunate. Got a few bits and pieces that I do like. I mean, one thing I definitely like is the black hole gun. Although, the black hole gun is going to be probably relegated if I do get the finished gun. So, we'll see. We'll clear out the first floor, see what we get on the next floor, whether that be floor 2 or the oubliette. I'm not leaving ammo for that horrid little rat. Try and outrun that money. Always catches you eventually. So, I mean, we've had a few rare bits and pieces across the course of this series. We had Sir Junken early on. I think possibly in the very first episode, got him fully leveled up, which was nice. Have I had a Mecha Junken as well? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was in this series. I know I have had a Mecha Junken fairly recently, but it might not have been on this series specifically. It might have been, I don't know. Mecha Junken is where you get Sir Junken and Gold Junk at once. And Sir Junken turns into, well, a big robot thing. And it's pretty powerful. I don't know if it's more or less powerful than regular Sir Junken leveled up or not. What else we had? We had a rainbow chest appear during a rainbow mode, but it wasn't one of the start chests. It was a naturally occurring rainbow chest, which was nice. Again, I think there might have been swearing in that episode. Maybe it was just incredulity. Certainly helped. Oh, hello, chance again. Didn't quite get it there. There we go. Did give us something that we can actually use as well. Quite often, I think, if you get a chance skin this early on, probably not going to be that much help to you, because you know, if you're an experienced player at any rate, hopefully you've got full health, so if it drops health, it's not that useful. Armour's always useful though. I'll take armour. However full your health is, you can always add armour, right? And it won't drop keys, because it'll be a keykin that drops the keys. Pretty sure it doesn't drop keys. Oh, come back here, you. No buffing. Have I got him? I can't see him. Mind you, I can't see anything against a background of books, particularly when some of the enemies are books. So yeah, we had a rainbow chest that was pretty rare. We had a glitch chest, which is just as rare, if not rarer. that we can actually sell surplus health. So, you can always buy a key if need be, or maybe some blanks. Although with the black hole gun, probably don't really need anything more than the 2 blanks we get given every floor. So, let's leave it a little while to make my purchases. Or see if I need to purchase anything, that is. Might not need to. Trying to think if there's been anything else in the series that's been super rare. I mean, we haven't found the high dragonfire or anything like that. Did get to use the wind gunner gun, which is relatively rare. So it only appears when you have sprung. It's only when a certain action is done with sprung that it will trigger. And you don't know what that action is, and it might be an action that harms you as well. So you can pick up sprung and essentially have it do almost nothing for your run, other than just block the occasional bullet like a Gungeon would. So yeah, like I say, I think it's relatively rare to get to use the wind gunner, or at least to be able to voluntarily use the wind gunner by doing a specific trigger. That black hole did not work as anticipated. I'd have thought the 3 black hole shots there would have been enough to see those guys off completely between them. But needed a little bit of an extra finish up with the starter weapon there. Okay, so we've got some more surplus health. We can go sell that as well. We'll have 2. Yeah, give me some money. Okay, well, we've certainly got plenty of cash. There's a little bit of floor left to explore. Do that. We still need to unlock the oubliette, actually, don't we? Speaking of which, here it is. Okay, and that was literally the last room on the floor, so there's the entrance to the oubliette over there. We could look for secret rooms. I never think there's very much point to doing that in rainbow mode. Kinda thought that would be one, it obviously isn't. Just check one of the chest rooms at random. Maybe not. That's the exit room. That's a possibility. That's a chest room, isn't it? Let's try that one. Nope, no such luck. Anyway, not to worry. Doesn't really matter. Do need to buy a key for the oubliette though, so we'll do that. And off we go, and hopefully we get the finished gun come out of the next one. At the next rainbow chest. I'm going to get up very close to the screen to check these. don't think we have got the finished gun there, which is disappointing. This pistol at the bottom looks a bit like it, but I don't think it is it. Let me just check the ammonomicon, see if it's actually in the ammonomicon. That's what it's supposed to look like. I think that might be the devolver that's appeared there. I'll pick it up just in case. No, it's the Magnum. Right, okay. Spoiling my fun. Where's the finished gun? Come on, Gungeon, stop letting me down. Got a key though. Happy to have a key. Less happy to have a trap room. Magnum does not appear to be super accurate. Which is a bit unfortunate because it's fairly ammo inefficient. As it is, it does decent damage, but still taking 2 shots to kill a bulletkin. So I'd rather it didn't miss. I've only got enough shots in it full stop to kill 100 bulletkin. So yeah, I want them all to be landing as far as possible. We've got the shop over here. Probably not going to be buying anything there really. Want 115 for the rat fight. And we'd also need a key for the rat fight, which we have. Potentially need a key for the old crest on this floor, but we'll find out in due course. We might not. Oh, bum. Oh, that rune didn't go quite so well. It's probably quite a good rune to have used a black hole in. It's got loads of enemies in it, so if you can just disappear them, so much the better. Okay, we've got a key there, so that's definitely enough keys for essentially the rest of the game. Yeah, my take on it is that in rainbow mode you only need 3 keys. 2 for the oubliette, one for the rap fight, and that is it. Unless you use clone and get to restart, in which case you'll need 6, but if the chances are you'll have more than enough keys for the second run. But it does mean that you can have a game that lasts 20 floor run. And I've had that a couple of times, I think, in this series. Whoops. I can't believe I managed to sneak through those bullets. That was definitely unexpected. Yeah, should have really black holed this room as well. Never mind. Yeah, 20 floor runs, I'd say those are relatively rare. In fact, even 10 floor runs are relatively rare. See, I said that you might need a key for the old crest. There it is. I'll leave it there for the time being. Yes, 10 floor runs, fairly rare, just because it's quite difficult to actually keep the old crest intact long enough to put it on the altar on the next floor. So, with the best will in the world, you can probably only really guarantee 9 floors. And even that might not be entirely guaranteed. A lot of things can go wrong. You might not be able to put out the fireplace on the first floor, which stops you going to the oubliette, stops you going to the Abbey, because you haven't been to the oubliette first. And might also stop you getting enough money to buy the rat key on the second floor. In which case that's 3 secret floors you miss out on, just because one fireplace couldn't be extinguished. There we are, plenty of keys though. Like I say, in rainbow modes, it's only ever really on the first floor that you'd need to buy a key, just to make sure you have the 2. Thereafter you tend to have enough keys drop naturally to let you do what needs to be done within the game. In fact, far more keys than what's needed to be done in the game, which is why rainbow mode's very good for unlocking shortcuts, because some of the shortcuts require pretty high amounts of cash and keys, and there's a lot less reliance on cash or keys in rainbow mode, so it's far easier to build up the requisite totals in that mode. There we are, take that. I guess we must be coming close to the boss by now. Must be. And sure enough, here it is. Get some very weird effects off the black holes. Bullets kind of orbiting round them. Don't think those bullets end up doing you any harm because they've been affected by the black hole, but it's never really one I want to put to the test. If they're still flying about the place, I think there's still the potential to have harm done from them. All he's going to do his explodey thing again, is he? Not fair. Merely postponing his own inevitable demise, though. And I always like to kill the centre of it just out of spite as well. Anything that a boss leaves behind that can be destroyed, I like to destroy it. Okay, let's go get the old crest. And yeah, again, I can't really be bothered looking for secret rooms. Nothing I want to buy here either. It's rare that there is in rainbow mode, really. Health, blanks. Well, blanks is the primary one. Keys if you need them. Health and armour, again, if you need them. But if you need the health, you can always add armour. Never too much armour. Okay, are we going to get the finished gun here? Seemingly not. This is unacceptable. I will, however, take the blank bullets though, because I like blank bullets. And blank bullets will be hopefully helpful at keeping this crest alive. In fact, what would be really helpful at keeping the crest alive is the black hole gun, so I'm just going to use that. That should pretty much stop shots coming near me. Don't get me wrong, I'll still be able to walk into a pit or a floor trap or something stupid. But in theory it should help keep me safe. That spider spawned really close to me there. Not acceptable. Right, will it be the altar room off to the side of the shop? Sometimes is, but I don't think it will be here, just because it seems a bit close to other rooms. And this is definitely not a nice room to try and keep the old crest alive in. Or at least when it has the lead maiden there, it's not. I don't know if one did spawn there or not, I didn't really see. Tarnishes are particularly obnoxious when you've got the old crest, but they're distinctly not black hole proof, so screw you, Tarnisher. Okay, so there's a chest room beside me, and that is quite often where the altar room comes away from, is off the chest rooms, so hopefully it'll be that one. Just got to loop round to it. So this should be straight into the chest room, and it is. It's not the one I wanted. Nope, found a secret room with the blank bullets there. I mean, it's not a bad find. I wouldn't have been too pleased about using a blank to find that. Guanstones don't last long, and if you're on full health, extra health is not super useful. It's always something to fall back on if you do get hit during boss fights or whatever. And if there's a vampire, you can always sell it. But we have encountered the vampire already, so I suspect we're not going to get much opportunity to do that. Away with you, cursed ceramics. Right, where is this altar room? That's a boss fight. I don't want the boss fight. Ah, there's the other chest room, so that could be where we need to go for the altar. So I was just fully anticipating me managing to cock up the dodge roll, end up in the pit, losing the old crest. It's happened. A little bit unusual there that the black hole didn't take out everything in the room. Okay, well this is definitely a room where I've got scope to completely cock it up. Thank goodness I did not, and it is the right place for the altar room. So there you go, I have the old crest, now I can stop worrying so much about getting hit. Oh hello, what do we have here? More armour. Yeah, alright, I'll take a bit of armour, why not? What else am I going to use the keys for, really? So, not even a bit of junk there. So yeah, the old crest was, or the altar room was the last but one room on the entire floor, which is just par for the course. When you're carrying the crest, it takes ages to find it. When you don't, you find it very quickly. Is that going to be enough to get her, or is she going to go underwater? Nope, we got her. So an ammo refill would be nice. And yeah, like I say, if you can destroy a bit of boss after the fight, you should do. It's rude not to. Okay, I'll check the shop for ammo. No ammo. Call yourself a shop? I don't know. Mind you, in these days, supply shortages are everywhere, aren't they? Okay, yeah, next floor. Give me the finished gun. I want the finished gun. I actually have people watching me for a nice change as well. Hello there. Come on, Gungeon, show them the finished gun as well. Otherwise, I'm guilty of false advertising. We do not have finished gun, but we do have clone. So the rules are, I'm taking clone. So this could be the makings of a 20-floor run where we get absolutely monstrous. I'm just going to put a light on, bear with me. Getting a little bit hard to see anything. Right, okay, still no finished gun. This is disappointing. Oh! Yes, apparently even with the light on, I didn't manage to see that pit right there. Walked straight into it, which is exactly the sort of thing I was talking about on the previous floor. Just because you got the black hole gun doesn't mean you won't cock up and do something very daft and still lose the old crest. Try and get the blank bullets to trigger here, because there's a fair chance there's going to be some secret rooms down here. Well, there will definitely be one secret room on this floor. We did have a blank effect there, so and again. So if there's a secret room coming off this room, I should have unlocked it with the sheer number of blanks that's gone off so far. Jeez, how many enemies are in this room, really? They won't keep teleporting out of the line of sight, that would also be helpful. Oh dear. Oh, I'm not a fan of these guys at the best of times. Even less so when they're jammed. Ooh, that was close. Problem is they're able to mimic the player ability a bit too much, so they can dodge bullets and just all sorts of stuff that makes them a pain. But yeah, I've got a small amount of curse from having the blank bullets. I think it's just the blank bullets that are giving me curse here, and that will mean more in the way of jammed enemies, mimics, fused chests, that kind of thing. Fused chest isn't really problematic in Rainbow mode, but very annoying in other modes when you're reliant on the content of the chest. Yep, cleared that room a bit quicker than expected. Right. I suspect that we could have a secret room coming off this room. There we go. Just because it is quite common on chest rooms, and I know I'm going to get at least Brother Auburn appearing down here. What I should have done was actually just break his chest rather than answer his question, because I can't back out of this conversation now. So he will open the chest and I'll get nothing out of it, whereas if I destroy it I would get lies. Might still be able to destroy it. I did. There we are. Lies. Which I don't think does anything different to normal junk. But I might be wrong. But it is one of the items that you need to completely fill your ammonomicon. So at some point you have to get to this floor. Oh, and squander a perfectly good free chest. But then the developers of Gungeon are mean like that. They will troll the player almost relentlessly. Do I want blanks? I suppose I do. Let's get some blanks. What I wanted more than anything else was actually ammo for the black old gun, because the boss on this floor takes a lot of killing. So the more blanks you have, the easier it becomes. I mean, that's true of any boss, but I find this floor to be, or this boss to be, one of the ones that is one of the biggest ammo drains. I did look this up a while ago. It's not the highest health bar that anything in the game has got. So I think the mech phase of the rat has a higher health bar, and possibly also one of the phases of the lich as well. I don't know, I can't remember. I'm not very good at remembering stuff, even useful stuff, unfortunately. And yeah, if you've seen me play before, you'll know I'm not good at remembering stuff, because I forget to use active items all the time, or in the last episode I forgot to pick up the bullet that can kill the fast. That was definitely an error. What else is still alive here? Oh, how did you survive? Or stay hidden that long? managed to miss almost every shot in that last magazine. Seriously, some of these things ought to be dead by now, right? I'll get a Guan stone for my troubles. Ah well, it might come in some use. Typically I don't find Guan stones to be especially helpful. If you've got enough of them they can be quite good, but you do need lots and lots. I think we opened the secret room there as well. We did. Oh well, no ammo to buy, but that's pretty close to a full refill. I will happily take that. Oh, we've got a mimic though, which I should have just left alone. There's really no point interacting with mimics in rainbow mode. Just get a fight on your hands, so it puts you at risk and can run out your ammo. Well, I'm using the starter pistol here, but it can run out your ammo if you're using something else. And yeah, all you get is a little note telling you they're gross, which they are, so I should have just left it alone. Not to worry, it's done. Not much of a threat over there, is he? Get in the pit. Go on, in the pit. There we are. If you get him in the pit, he doesn't spray bullets everywhere either, so he's definitely not a threat. Right, hello old king. You are going to get a taste of black hole, and no mistake. Don't know if that sounds slightly euphemistic or not. It wasn't meant to be. Trying to get these black holes to have the longest flight across the room as possible. Get maximum effectiveness out of them. Be enough, do you think? Just about. All the shots I was firing at the end there to try and help it out got sucked into the black hole as well, so no use. Right, Old King's throne destroyed because, like I say, those are the rules. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we must be done on that floor. Doubt there's anything in the shop that is worth buying that I haven't already bought. Nope. Okay, so third floor. Well, hopefully I'm going to get the finished bloody gun. I didn't spend 75 episodes unlocking a finished gun just not to be given it. I was watching some speedrunners recently. They're having a competition with each other to go from naught to finished gun in a 24-hour period, which is, you know, basically the point of this series, but without any kind of claim to being a speedrunner. I'm definitely not a speedrunner, and I just thought, 24 hours is crazy. I mean, I've done 75 episodes, and you know, there are very few short episodes in the series. I'm well aware of that. So if you have watched it, thank you. It is most appreciated. Right, what to have here? Still no finished gun. Outrageous behaviour. I'll probably take Gungeon Strain because I like Gungeon Strain. All enemies weaker for the rest of the game, bosses included. It's not a bad thing, right? I don't know how much difference it actually makes, or whether it's noticeable or not, but it can't hurt. So I've got blank bullets here, so I'm going to need to be careful to look out for rats just in case the blanks vanish them. Oops. Why is this thing at the bottom still alive? Behaviours are obviously been making trouble for me since I came into this room. We've got a shrine here. I can get extra armour here, can't I? I was going to get really annoyed if this was a companion shrine, considering how many episodes went by without finding the companion shrine, which was the one thing needed to unlock the turkey, which was the final thing. It needed to be unlocked to unlock the finished gun. Alright, I need to keep 2 junk, but the rest of it can be turned into armour. So another 2. I've still got 2. Jolly good, right. Well, that should help keep me alive. And again, no rats noticed, so yeah, we've still got a viewer hanging on with us. So, dear viewer, hello, thank you. If you do see rats, please feel free to alert me to it in the chat in case I don't spot it myself, because I can be pretty bad at it. Right, I've got keys, I've got blanks, that's good for getting into the rat fight. Should be okay for now. Well, I'll leave the shop full of items to purchase just in case I do something stupid and run out of everything I need, and there's at least something to come back to. Yeah, I do like that room. Being able to just charge through and set off all the triggers. Good way to deal with everything in there. Okay, still haven't seen any rats. Oh, there they are. Whoops. I don't know that I've encountered rats in this room before. Okay. So, if we found the rats, where is the hatch? There it is. Big dust clouds to show the hatch. So yeah, rats to show the room the hatch is in, and big dust clouds to show where on the floor the hatch itself is. secret room again. But yeah, this is why I don't really bother looking for secret rooms in rainbow mode, because it's got a chest. I can't do anything with a chest in rainbow mode. Although there's some useful items there for sure. Oh, already got full ammo on that. Presumably everything else is full as well. Now, I can leave it there without the rat taking it, so that's what I'm going to do. I can always fill up again at the end of the boss fight. Definite overkill on that room. Let's just go back to the starter pistol again, I think. Definitely not a friendly room setup. Like 90% of it is pit. Oh, hello. I can't actually read your username fully there. Let me move a little bit closer to the screen. Oh, I'm in danger of spilling my tea with moving as well. So clumsy. Unteri76, hello. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, hello, welcome along. You can't kill the dragon, you always die in the boss fight. Well, the dragon is, I mean, it's certainly not easy to kill, but there is the bonus that it's, when you get to the 5th floor, it's the only boss you'll ever encounter. All the other floors have got 3 bosses to choose from. There's also the Door Lord that you'll occasionally get on floors 2, 3, 4 as well. So there's a lot of different patterns to learn, but you only have one boss to learn for the 5th floor, so straight away that's a head start. And I don't know that you'll get any particularly good lesson out of this one, because I've got the black old gun, so I'll probably use the black old gun for it, or possibly the finish gun if I get the finish gun. Certainly having a good weapon is one of the best ways to do it. Need to be good at dodge rolling at the end of the boss fight as well, the dragon fight that is, because it just rains down a curtain of bullets at you towards the end of it. And you need to dodge roll from one safe spot to the next, and it's easy to die on that phase. It's very easy to get it wrong. What else? What really helps is with any given boss. We're just about to go into a boss fight now, so I'll bust out the black old gun again. Something like the black old gun as well, because it's got a really long charge and reload time. My tip there is very definitely charge it up before you go into the room you're going into. So first shot's free effectively. There we go. Gives plenty of time to charge up the next one as well. Also, I'm playing as the gunslinger, which makes life very much easier. The black old gun is a great weapon, but it doesn't do a lot of damage unless you're the gunslinger. It takes all the bullets out of the air, but it doesn't do that much damage on its own, unless you've got the synergy with the abyssal tentacle, which the gunslinger automatically gets. I can top up his ammo there as well. But yeah, getting flawless victories against bosses gives you a master round, which gives you an extra heart container as well. So the more often that you can do that, the more chance you can have at just general survivability throughout the game. So you definitely want to be trying to get flawless victories as much as possible. So I always save blanks for the boss fights. If I'm playing in rainbow mode, I will try and buy as many blanks as possible. So if I haven't got something like blank bullets, which I have at the minute, or a crazy weapon like the black old gun, you can always use the blanks just to buy yourself a bit of breathing room and help get flawless victories. So yeah, rainbow mode is definitely a good option for most scenarios, really. Let's get this chest blown open as well. Don't know that I really need to bother clearing the floor here. Could get one more bit of armour in the shrine now. Let's go do that. In fact, no, let's clear the floor first and then go do my shopping for armour. Oops, a misfired black hole there. Very effective weapon when used correctly. Okay, so that must be the floor done. It is. Let's go visit that shrine quickly. Preferably without falling in the pit. And you can have one more bit of junk, so that's one more bit of armour. Should make life much easier on the next bit for me, the rat fight. Check out the shop. I'll buy these blanks. I'm basically going to be using those blanks up almost immediately, unfortunately. And you'll see why in a second. Actually, no, I won't have to. I've got blank bullets. So forgetful. And then, because this bit of ammo was in a secret room, the rat won't take that. If I'd left it lying around in a normal room, he absolutely would have done. So we're back up to full health on the black hole gun there. Which is very nice. So, use a key, head into the hatch, and off to the third secret floor. So my guess is if you're having trouble beating the dragon, you won't have seen this next floor that I'm about to go to. Come on, blank bullets, open it up for me. I would be more than happy to play a bit of co-op actually, but unfortunately I don't have PS Plus, so it means I wouldn't be able to do any online play. Unfortunately, so my only experience of co-op play on this game is couch-based co-op when I was around at a friend's house, and I don't want to be rude about my friend, but I'm a good bit better at this game than he is, so it worked alright as the two of us playing together, but it was me carrying the run. But we got all the way to the 5th floor, but we died before we saw the dragon. It's a bit of a shame. I would have liked to have been able to see the ending that relates to the co-op characters. There is a special one, and I haven't seen it firsthand. So anyway, we'll go off to the rat floor. Going to get another rainbow chest here. Hopefully going to be the finished gun, which I've been banging on about since the start of this episode, and in fact all 76 episodes so far, is trying to get the finished gun unlocked. It is now unlocked, so I want to be given the finished gun, and I'm getting quite annoyed with this game for not letting me have it. Still no finished gun, an absolute outrage, absolute outrage. Oh yes, as well, it is indeed a coincidence. I hadn't spotted that myself, but yeah, well pointed out. Okay, what we're going to have here, I think we'll have R2-G2 will follow us around firing bullets, and they will also have the blank bullet effect that I've picked up as well. Any companions will have the same bullet modifiers as the player. Probably won't get much of a chance to use them because I'm probably just going to spam the black hole gun going through here, to be honest. Oh, we've got an empty room, that's nice and easy to deal with. It's a bit random on this floor. The whole floor's set out as a maze. Okay, so I've gone right twice, which means I now need to go back left. This will be different for everybody, by the way. Bit more armour, that's nice. What did the second one drop? It hasn't dropped anything that I can see. I do not like those hammers, they're arseholes. You encounter them on the 5th floor, they can just really mess you up. Not a fan of those at all. There we are, that was down, so left should get me where I'm intending to go. It's another swarm room, but they can all swarm into the black hole as far as I'm concerned. Is that everything? Oh, one more shot from the Reaper. Nice and easy to dodge though. since he was all the way over the other side of the room, and this will be the entrance to the boss fight now, where you get an ammo top up, so I'll have that. And yeah, I'm sure you'll have encountered the resourceful rat before now, stealing things and leaving you infuriating notes, which are exceptionally infuriating. In fact, I will show you the infuriating notes just before I do this next bit. So they'll appear at the bottom of the item list in the Ammonomicon. So there's 6 of them in total. Once you have 6, you'll never see them again, thankfully, because they are really, really annoying. That 6th one appears out of a mimic rather than a regular chest. But they're all signed off with little bits of cheese pointing in a certain direction. And that direction is the route through this maze. So I've got right, right, left, down, left, left. Yeah, your last one will be from a mimic chest. So next time you encounter a mimic chest, there's a fair chance it'll give you the 6th infuriating note out of it. So here we are, but now you get to fight the resourceful rat. And it's quite a tough fight actually, or at least it would be if I didn't have the black hole gun. He's also been weakened by the Gundromeda strain as well, so he's only taken 2 shots there. It's a 3-phase fight. You actually only have to beat the first 2 phases. That was the first one, which is reasonably hard to do without getting hit, unfortunately. And then the second phase is black hole gun is good. If you can also, well, you'd need the gunslinger character to make it maximum effectiveness. But black hole gun is still really helpful. And then we've got the mech phase for the rat. It's pure Metal Gear Solid reference. Still hit me, damn him. And again. Actually, I think I can spare a bit of extra hit points here. But this is the only... It's beating this phase is what really counts. He's got me again. I need to play this more carefully. But yeah, there's a 3rd phase to the fight as well, but you don't need to beat the 3rd phase. You just... I can't believe I got hit by that. That was one of the easier bits to dodge. And I completely messed it up. There we go. It should be more or less beaten now. So this next phase again is Metal Gear Solid reference. You end up fighting on top of the mech. It's also very like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, if you remember that. I'm not very good at it, so I might well get beaten here. But it doesn't matter if you do. It still counts as you having beat the floor. You just get less good rewards. Okay, so he's into yet another phase of this, and I messed up that. And that. Did the right thing that time, actually blocked it. Duck that one. Okay, and the 3rd phase, which I'm definitely not good at. He's hit me every single bloody time there. No, he got me. Never mind, never mind. So I've only beaten him on this, I think, 4 times in total. Although the last 3 times have been recently and on the trot, but not this time. So I now get to pick up various stuff that he's left behind, which is nice. We've got silver bullets as well. More armour, a bit more health. Can't pick that up actually. I forgot to read his note. I think the note just says that you're no good without guns. Oh, is it only the host that needs it? I hadn't realised that. Oh, I've even lost track of what I picked up there. But these are all the things that he's stolen. You get to knock out of him. So we've got a shotgun full of hate, void core assault rifle, and the Dungeon Eagle. I don't see the Dungeon Eagle off there actually. Very nice. And there's another little sort of hoard bit that he's got down here. So you get a couple of keys, handy for regular play but not rainbow mode. Oh, both need it, right? Okay, yeah, that's what I figured would be the case. So. Get a few bits and pieces down here. Most importantly, though, ammo refill. And then these chests here are potentially mimics as well. Oh, there we are. I've opened up a secret bit there with the blank bullets. I'll show you that in a sec as well. There's a serpent in there. Continuing to check for mimics here. No mimics, so I only got one key out of that chest, out of that fight, so I can open one of these 4 chests, all of which have good items in them, but I'm in rainbow mode so I won't be able to get any of them, but I'm going to open it up nonetheless, just get the little note rather than one of the good items. Bit annoying. Could have opened one of these gates and then you can throw things across to the serpent to wake it up. I would normally use junk for that, but I don't have much junk after giving it all to the shrine on the previous floor. And that serpent then follows you around and eventually will make the dragon fight even harder, which is not good news. Or I can open that gate, and you can't really see it very well, but that's a lift that takes you to the 5th floor. But I don't want that. I'm just going to go this way to a lift that takes you to the 4th floor. So sort of back onto a floor you'll recognise now. But yeah, you said you got the black hole gun unlocked. That is still going to be useful for your boss fights. So if you fire your black hole gun off, it will take most of the boss attacks out of the air, and then you can launch into a second weapon and try and get in some good shots on the boss while it's defenseless. But you need to be careful they don't get taken into the black hole that you created yourself. So you need to be a little bit cunning about where you place the two, but it's still very helpful. Okay, I do like Owl. Owl's a nice companion. I like bullet modifiers as well, but I like the Yari launcher a great deal as well, so I'm going to get the Yari launcher. That's good for bosses. Not as good as Black Hole Gun with this character. In fact, Yari launcher is actually very good with any character because it does very rapid damage. It's one of the few weapons in the game that will break the damage cap. So you can see some very quick results at fighting bosses with a Yari launcher. What does the Dungeon Eagle do? Pretty good damage is what the Dungeon Eagle does. And this little fella up here is making other enemies turn jammed, not having that. Okay, don't actually need to go across that trap room, so for at least at the moment I don't. A little R2-G2 helping me out there. Yeah, I thought I saw movement. You see the chest lid moving there every few seconds? That's the chest breathing. That indicates it's a mimic, so I'm going to leave it alone because I don't like mimics. Do I want to check for secret rooms? It would seem there wasn't one since a blank effect went off there and nothing happened. Where's the Dungeon Eagle? Let's have that back. bit more armour. I was running low on armour, that's handy. Okay, oh, not all done on this room yet. I thought we were. Still not. That must be it. It is. Jolly good. Okay, for those genie things, it's only the green one that you can kill. The red one shoots at you, but it's the green one you need to kill. So if you do get them, make sure you're focusing on the right one. And this is a busy old room, I might just black hole this. The thing to look out for in this room is the guy buffing everybody else though. If possible, he should be the first one you kill. Right, we've got the nurses here, so if I need a health refill, they'll do me a full refill, but I don't think we're going to need the help. If you get the nurses and the vampire on the same floor though, you can basically sell off all your health to the vampire and then go get it all back from the nurses. So you can make a lot of money doing that, which is helpful if you're in a gameplay mode where you actually can buy anything, but the cash isn't super useful in rainbow mode. Not useless by any means, but there's less need to be buying things in this mode. But we'll take the ammo though. For sure we'll take the ammo. Okay, what have we got left? I think we're looping round to a chest at the moment. Okay, if you weren't aware, coffins on this floor are basically like tables on other floors. They can only be flipped across the long edge though, you can't flip them on the short edge, but they are basically like tables, and occasionally spread poison as well. So you can use them for extra cover. Okay, I thought the R2-G2 was coming to, was an enemy coming to attack me, but it was just my little friend. There's a lot of blanks went off there for some reason. No real help. Here we are, boss fight. Let's try this one with the Yari launcher rather than the black hole gun. Who's it going to be? It's the kill pillars. Far from my favourite. Doing a blank early on the kill pillars renders their opening attack virtually useless. There we are. Don't know if I got flawless there because I think they might have stomped me. They did stomp me, bastards. But yeah, you can see how quick the Yari launcher dealt with them. So Yari launcher, highly recommended if you ever encounter it. It doesn't show up all that often. Yeah, no master round there, disappointing. a vendor there, but he doesn't sell anything because it's rainbow mode. And we'll come back to that cell creep in a minute. That cell creep only appears on the 4th floor. Oh, we've got a fight on our hands here, potentially. We can use this shrine to have a fight. There's not very much point in rainbow mode, honestly, but we'll do it anyway. Should be a 3-wave fight. And there we are. And this is why there's not much point in rainbow mode, because your reward is a chest, and again it's a bloody mimic chest as well. So yeah, I shouldn't have really bothered fighting it, but whatever. Mimics ordinarily are quite good because you get whatever's in the chest without having to use a key, so long as you realise in time. But yeah, no real use in rainbow mode. Yeah, you don't actually have to kill those ice blocks that appear either. As long as you stay out of their way, they will melt at the end of when everything else in the room is dead. Alright, I'm gonna buy some blanks because why not? Do I need ammo? Don't need it for that. Yeah, I'll fill that up, why not? Okay, yep, not a very helpful room in rainbow mode. I've got keys to spare, but I'm not going to get anything out of that chest, so there's no point. So I'll go over and see this cell creep that appeared earlier on. I've cleared out everything else. So this is a special cell creep. He looks the same as normal, but he is a special one. And he needs to be sold 2 items. I'm going to sell him junk. That's why I was looking for 2 junk earlier on. Oh, for some reason he's not taking that one. Need to be quite precise about where things are placed for this guy. Okay, so once he's bought any 2 items, he also wants to buy master rounds as well. So I've given up a heart container, which is all the more annoying that I didn't get the flawless victory in the last boss fight. But then, yeah, when he gets the master round as well as the 2 items, he blows open the grate and, hello, secret floor. Okay, take care of yourself, Untari, and I'll see you soon if you are indeed going to be right back. Why am I still not getting the finished gun here? This is an absolute outrage. Don't know what to get here actually. We've got a railgun of sorts. It might be the prototype railgun. Not sure. Or I could get shotgun full of love and dual wield it with the shotgun full of hate. Let's do that. I don't think I've had that before. Well, it cleared that room quite nicely. Of course, with the number of projectiles that shotguns fire as well, and blank bullets, should get a fair amount of blank bullets being triggered with it as well. I've managed to actually charm that one. which I guess is the point of the shotgun full of love. Everything done there. I'm leaving out these 3 top rooms because I know that they're just dead ends. There's nothing really to be gained from going into them. Worth doing it out of curiosity, I'm sure. And, you know, the possibility of room drops like that. Very timely. It's only refilled one of my 2 guns there, I think. Don't know how you tell. Got anything else that needs to be filled? I'll put one in there. The black hole gun, why not? Completely forgot to charge up the black hole gun there. That's very poor. It's done the job though. Right, so now it's boss fight time. Which gun? I've got shotgun full of love and shotgun full of hate are the 2 I was using to start with, and then the black hole gun, which is, you know, very, very good. And this can be quite a tricky boss fight as well, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend going to this floor most of the time, because there's limited benefit to be had from going there. You cost health getting there. There aren't any chest rooms on the floor. But I think there is an unlock for beating it at least once, so, you know, again, it's worth doing out of curiosity and to you know, possibly build up extra cash, extra room drops, that sort of thing. We've got a map which is a bit useless. The room layout is always the same, so those 3 rooms are always dead ends, which is why I left them alone. But even with the map, you can't revisit the earlier rooms on this floor. You do, I think, get a chest for finishing the level as well, so there is a benefit to be had from that point of view. And to get out of here, you have to throw yourself off the roof. If you do fall off the roof during the fight, you take damage, but that's how to get out of it. So it should be back to the regular 5th floor now. Cool. Where is my finished gun? Still no finished gun. Damn you. And I thought I saw Omega bullets there. I did, so that means the last bullet out of the magazine does more damage. If I'm going to be using something like the black hole gun, it's only got 1 bullet in the magazine, so that's pretty tasty. I mean, it's almost unassailable as it is, but it does even more damage now. But we'll keep that back for the boss. What should we use? Carry on using this double shotgun combo. Oh, hammers. Bugger off, hammers. Oh, that skeleton's not dead yet. Now it is. So I would have got a chest drop there, but Bowler's taken it. hammers in here again, but they're not tracking ones, they just fire off in the same place. I mean, I could try, like, didn't you say both people need to have PS Plus to do a co-op play? Or is share play something different to that? Am I getting confused? Okay, here we've got the blacksmith. So it's her you need to bring the parts of the bullet that can kill the past. I'm sure you've encountered some of the parts of the bullet before now. But you also need to remember to go get the bullet that can kill the past every time you play the game thereafter. Well, you don't have to, but you know, you should. It's kind of the point of the game is killing the character's pasts. And I might come back and buy the ammo here for whatever I'm going to use to kill the boss with, which is probably going to be the black hole gun. Okay, so we've got the Reaper in here who will disappear when everything else has died. He was charmed there as well, so he didn't actually attack us, which was nice. Yeah, pink enemies are charmed enemies, and the charmed enemies will fight on your side, which is fine, but for enemies like the one up at the top of the screen there, they fire pretty indiscriminately anyway, so even though they're not intending to hurt you, they can still hurt you. So let's just read your comment now I've got out of that room. Right, so you'd host it, but I'd single player it. Am I understanding that right? Or would I just be there getting to sort of offer up hints or something? I don't know. I'm really not much of a co-op play person. If you can't tell by my complete bewilderment. Oh, I'm still a poison vulnerable even though I'm firing poison, that's unhelpful. I might be able to, or actually, sorry, I'm going to have to refuse. Actually, I've got a job interview on Friday, so I do need to do prep for the interview, I'm afraid. I probably shouldn't even really be streaming this one. So yeah, unfortunately no, I won't be able to this week, not until I've got that job interview out of the way, so sorry about that, Untery, but hopefully you'll be able to pick up a tip or two from watching the stream or watching some previous episodes. If you're looking for tips on the dragon specifically, you probably are better watching an earlier episode where I fight it properly, rather than using something like the black hole gun, which kind of renders virtually all of its attacks completely impotent. So yeah, sorry about that, but like I say, I do kind of need to focus on trying to get a job, because although I like not having to go to work, I don't like not having any money. So it's a balancing act. Thank you, yeah, I'm hoping it goes alright as well. Definitely not a fan of interviews in general, it's just such a sort of artificial environment. But Okay, mini boss, which was unannounced. Not a fan of mini bosses either, but not the end of the world. It's just, it'd be nice if it actually did show you them all the time. If it warned you it's a mini boss, it's definitely going to be Fusilier. The other mini bosses don't announce their arrival, and you just kind of walk into it. And you know, if you're low on health or low on ammo or whatever, you probably want to choose to avoid mini boss fights, but unfortunately you don't really get the option with most of them in this game because it just springs it on you. Okay, so that enemy's charmed, but those bullets will still hurt me. So, not the best one to have charmed there, really. Yeah, let's refill this ammo. It should more or less refill everything else. Yeah, if you didn't know that, the brown ammo does a 50% refill on the weapon you're holding, and a 10% refill on all the other weapons that you have, whereas the green ammo only fills the weapon you're holding, but it's a 100% fill. So in some respects, the brown ammo can actually be better than the green ammo. It kind of depends really where you're at. I'm just going to stay out of the way of that block because they're annoying. There we are, so green ammo now. I'm going to check what I've got in these other ones. That's full. That's full. So yeah, let's just refill the shotgun then. Not that it desperately needs it. Oh, gone the wrong way. The exit's down here. For this room I can pretty much just hide behind the wall and nothing can hit me, and R2-G2 ought to take care of it for me. G's done, jolly good. These kilithids, the ones that split into three, you can keep track of which one is the real one, because it is, oh, sneaky hit there. It is only one that you need to actually hit to kill off all three of them. But it can be difficult to keep track of them. I certainly struggle. Right. Oh, that was unfortunate. Long narrow doorway like that is a dreadful place to be cornered. R2-G2, why aren't you killing that thing? Thank you. This is another hammer room, but again the hammers stay still at least, so... While I don't normally like staying in corners because, well, you get cornered, it's a valid tactic in this room. Well, stuff will still chase you down in the corner, but keeps you out of the way of the hammers, and yeah, hammers can just really end your run. They're not a welcome sight at all. Oop, secret room. So I've done a weird thing there. The chest had a fuse on it, so it would have blown up in a few seconds, but because I've hit it with a goop weapon, it's put out the fuse. It also had the side effect of blowing open this secret room as well. So yeah, let's refill the ammo, take the heart for later. We'll leave that ammo there because the rat won't take it. Actually, in fact, because I beat the rat, I don't think he should be taking anything. I might be wrong, can't remember if you have to actually beat him in Punch Out to stop him thieving for the rest of the run. Perhaps you do, perhaps you do. Right, it's boss fight time. Let's see, shall I try and do this with a slightly more normal weapon than the black old gun? Yeah, let's try it. Since you've watched me the whole way through, I will How do you get rainbow mode? Good question. You have to beat the game, unfortunately. It's one of the ways to make the game easier, but you do have to beat the game. So I think you need to... I think it's once you've beaten the dragon once, that will mean that you start to see some NPCs in cells. I'm sure you must have encountered people like Ox and Cadence, the ones who run the shop in the breach, and other people like that in cells. So you rescue Bowler from a cell in the same way that you would have done with some of the earlier non-player characters. And there's a few you'll encounter. You'll find Bowler, who does rainbow mode, Daisuke, who does challenge mode, which is very, very hard, and the sorceress, who does something called blessed mode, which is where you just get given guns at random for about sort of 10 or 15 seconds at a time. So you can get a really good weapon and go steaming into a boss fight and then just get given something absolutely rubbish to try and finish the boss fight with. It adds a different type of challenge to the whole run. But yeah, rainbow mode is definitely very good for doing harder bits and pieces. But yeah, let's try and do this without the black hole gun as far as possible. So these shots reflect off the bottom, so being stood at the bottom is actually one way to avoid getting hit. I didn't avoid it there, but being placed at the bottom is usually a reasonably good tactic. You can walk through that attack. This one, he'll fire at the bottom of the screen, and then you can dodge through the resulting bullet explosion. That one I got a bit saved by my blank bullet, so here we are. That happened quicker than expected. So for this bit, it's dodging from one safe spot to the next, which I completely messed up there. And then you need to try and be able to kill the heart, ideally in one cycle. If you don't, which I haven't, then you got to do this bit again. But I got a bit confused earlier. What happened was my little gun turret there set off some blank bullets and it cleared a space, so I got all excited and went into that space, which then wasn't where I was supposed to be, so I got hit. Yeah, the very first time I beat the dragon, I had to resort to using the teapot, which is an absolutely terrible weapon, and it went through 4 cycles of that heart phase, and I was on half a heart for at least the last 2 of those cycles, and my heart was in my mouth, trying to make sure I got all the dodge rolls done properly to stay alive. But yeah, so I did it by the skin of my teeth the first time. I've got a bit better since, I hope I have anyway. So yeah, hopefully there was a couple of tips there. That one of the attacks it didn't do, it fires sort of downwards and then the bullets go across the way as well. Again, hiding in the bottom corner avoids most of it. Some stuff comes along the bottom wall and you can either dodge roll across it or dodge roll into the corner like that. It will still count as a dodge roll over the bullet even if you don't move from where you are. But if you are stood down at the bottom of the screen or in the corner firing at the dragon, some weapons won't have the range to hit it, so something like a shotgun wouldn't have the right range on it, for example. So yeah, you kind of have to be a little bit sneaky about what you choose. Right, do I need anything to be topped up with ammo? That needs topped up. Let's go use that top up that we had over there. Little freebie, and then believe it or not, there is another floor. So each floor has its own secret floor. So that's the way into it. I'm gonna... Actually, it probably doesn't matter very much. Let's jump in. Oh, get snatched into it. And I'll get another rainbow chest. Okay, have I got a finished gun yet? Still no. That's annoying. Right, okay. I'm going to choose one of two things here. I will either choose this bullet modifier, which I can't actually see if that's angry bullets or scatter shot, or the heart container thing. So Unteri, I will let you choose between those two items. So am I taking the bullet modifier or the extra heart? I don't like Casey at all, and I think Casey will give me curse. I'm trying to avoid taking curse here because if I do get the finished gun, it has got a lot of curse attached to it. So yeah, let's have the bullet modifier then. Oh, it's homing bullets. Oh no, I do like homing bullets. Homing bullets are good. It's remote bullets I don't like because I can't control them. Right, what I'm going to do here is because I picked up clone earlier, so I get to resurrect and go back to the start of the game if I die, which I'm now going to make a point of doing, but I'll fight with just my starter pistol and see how long I can survive that way. So you get to see a bit of the secret floor. And where are we? I have unfortunately gone the wrong way, so I've gone into a dead-end room. Not helpful. Every time you get a three-way split in this room, on this floor, you've potentially got a wrong way on your hands, so I've taken one of them already. This is where the lich lives, yeah, the boss of this floor is the lich. So this time I have at least potentially gone the right way, because it's not a dead end. But it might still be part of a loop at this point. Oh, that was an irritating hit there. Right, okay. Probably shouldn't really be picking up extra health, since the intent here is to ultimately commit suicide. I didn't even notice that one was jammed. Kind of hard to tell something's coloured red when it's usually a red colour as it is. We've got a shot grub here. They're very annoying because those shots reflect off the wall and go everywhere, and they have a very good line in killing you. Right, now that exit is almost certainly going to loop back to there, so that exit's the one to take to go the correct route. Yeah, this room's a bit of a pain as well, because it's just, there's a lot of enemies in it. That's true of quite a few of the rooms down here, actually. Lots of enemies that do fairly big attack patterns as well, so it's difficult to find the safe spots to stand. This one's not so bad, you've definitely got safe spots. Well, I say that, those things firing with curved bullet patterns can still reach you when you think you're in cover. And that little boy teleported over here as well, that was annoying. Try and deal with the pupilons here, because their bullets go absolutely everywhere. again makes it very difficult to find safe spaces to stand. Oops, messed that up. I think that's kind of one of the key things in this game really, is understanding which enemies are the most dangerous ones to you and what should be dealt with first. So like, there's a shock grub, I want it dead. It is. So things like these blobs, because the blobs don't shoot, so long as they're not crowding you, they're not too much of a threat, so I tend to leave them till last. I'll read that comment in a second. This room's another busy one. It's absolutely full of Gungerers. And they're very annoying with their teleporting and big attack patterns, and these ones in particular that throw stuff back at you are very annoying. Come on, be dead. Please be dead. Come on, R2-G2, do what you're supposed to be doing. There we are, still not done. Yeah, one good thing about that room is that it does offer plenty of cover, so long as you can get to it. Well, don't even need that ammo. Yes, you're absolutely right. Gunslinger is unlocked from killing liches paradox, so it's you got to do it twice over. Actually, you got to play as paradox and beat the lich, then you get to play as the gunslinger, then you have to beat the lich as the gunslinger to permanently unlock the gunslinger. So set aside a lot of time to do it. But the gunslinger is such a good character, because that first item down at the bottom, let's see if I can highlight it for you. That one, the Lich's Eye bullets mean that any weapon he picks up, he gets all the synergies attached to that weapon, which is very powerful. It's quite a big ask, but I've done it on 2 save files now myself, and on a friend's account when I was staying at their house as well, so it is possible. Probably best done in rainbow mode, and you know, if you're lucky you'll get a decent set of weapons out of it, and you know, Black Hole Gun and Gunslinger is almost unstoppable. If you happen to get those, you're in luck. Right, so we've got a 3-way split here. 2 of those will loop together, so the middle one is always going to be part of a loop, so I'm not taking the middle one. I'm going to try the right hand one, which only time will tell if that's the correct way to go. Let's just go back to the starter pistol here. Trying to essentially preserve ammo in all my other weapons, so that when I resurrect, the weapons have actually got something still in them. Right, skeleton summoners need to get killed as quickly as possible, generally speaking, I think, because skeletons are annoying. Right, looking at this exit, this might be part of the loop. We will find out. So there we are. Leave the blob till last, so let's stay out of its way. Oops, something got me there, didn't even see what. I would say it's not the loop. If it was the loop, it would probably still be going down or left. So this looks like the correct way to go. This is not a friendly room. I hate those tarnishers. Get off. Also with the cats, it's actually the cat that you can't see is essentially the one that you need to be killing. Yeah, this one. But it's the one that stays behind that does all the shooting. Don't like lead maidens. They can be very annoying. fact, this whole room is full of very irritating enemies. They just soak up ammo and throw out big attack patterns as well. So we've got another three-way split. I think at this point, two of those will be two-room dead ends, and one of them will be the route to the boss. So let's see if I pick wisely. I might be able to. We'll have to see. Oh, what we're doing? No, I'm heading off with my dad at some point. I think that's actually next week. So the weekend is possibly viable. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. One of the things I found the sort of biggest help with Gungeon was watching videos of other people. So if you don't mind spoilers that you get inevitably, oh, I have gone the right way. That's unusual. Yeah, if you don't mind the spoilers from seeing bits like the rat fight and the office-based bit, secret floor coming off the 4th floor, you can get good tips on sort of just general strategy on how to play, and just even seeing a boss's attack patterns mean you're less likely to be caught out by it when they do it on you. So here we've actually got, is it one lich or two? I can't remember. You can end up getting two liches playing as the gunslinger. Looks like it's just the one. That was a bit of a silly hit there. That attacks the avoidable one that he does. That I find very hard to dodge, but you can. Yeah, blank bullets here is helpful, because when they do trigger, and they're triggering off both me and RTGT, so they take some of his attack away. So yeah, this is going better than I would have expected with a starter pistol, but then again, I've got something that weakens the lich, and blank bullets are very helpful, and I've got a companion that's also firing blank bullets, which is very helpful. I'm not very good at this phase though. I expect to get hit here a few times. I'm especially bad at dodging that. As you can see. Oh god, I should have avoided that second one. Blank bullets really taking the sting out of that attack there. That one can be tricky as well. The smaller bullets on this will fade. It's only the larger ones that actually stay around, so if you can stay out of the way long enough, they will gradually disappear and give you more free space to work in. Oh, some horrid overlapping attacks here. So yeah, I did alright in the first phase. That phase has ripped me apart. And this will be my suicide bit. There we are, so that'll resurrect me back at the beginning of the game. But with all my weapons and health and blanks intact as well, so it'll make the next run through very, very much easier. Right, I need to go for a wee, so I'm going to have a quick break here, but I'll be back in a minute or two, so bear with me. I shall see you all in a bit. In fact, I might even let chat pick what item we take out of this chest here. Oh, there, that's the finished gun. So in fact, I'll be picking the finished gun. You will get to see it in action in a bit, which was the point of this episode. So yeah, bear with me, back as soon as I can. Okay, there we are. So I'm sure you can just insert your own joke about live streaming for that. Right, anyway, here we go. Finished gun. So yeah, that has now fully filled my ammonomicon. Should be right at the bottom. There it is. Finished gun. Completed ammonomicon. So yeah, that has given me 5 curse, which is why I was trying to avoid taking up any curse earlier, because I don't want to deal with Lord of the Jammed. But I've got homing bullets as well, forgot that. So yeah, it does some pretty powerful shots, and then the final shot in the magazine pushes back bullets as well, which makes it extremely good for killing virtually everything. It is indeed OPAF, as you say. Didn't spot that hand coming to get me, mind you, but not to worry. But yeah, the big bull shot that it does is extremely powerful, and the pushback effect is just brilliant. That bloody rat came in and nicked my ammo. It wasn't my fault I left the room, I got sent out of the room. Let's fill the gun anyway. Yeah, it's my only complaint about this gun is that it isn't infinite ammo, so you can run out of it, but you know, if you've got to the point of unlocking this gun, you should be pretty good at the game by that point. So it's yeah, it's kind of like obviously a reward for playing the game all the way through, but the chances are, if you were decent enough to get it unlocked in the first place, you ought to be pretty decent at doing the game as it is. So I'm not going to say you could live without it, but you won't be completely stranded if you do run out of ammunition in it. Yes, Bello's still alive. Don't know, there's a great deal I want to buy off him. Blanks, maybe. Haven't got many blanks. How do you unlock the finished gun? You have to unlock the finished gun by unlocking every other item in the game. All the items, all the guns, which is why it's taken me 76 episodes to do it. Because it ain't easy to get everything. Some items are certainly easier than others, and I'll have done a fair bit of my unlocking using Rainbow Mode and or the Gunslinger. But you see, you think that, oh, you're probably not getting it. When I looked at the trophy list for the game, like, how am I ever going to do half of these things? And you know, I've done them twice over, because this is my secondary save file. The second time round being significantly easier than the first time round, because I was a lot better at the game by that point. But yeah, all of a sudden it stops being, oh, how am I going to be able to do that, as when will I get that done? And yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of challenge to be had in the game. But yeah, you find yourself gradually getting better and better at it, and bits that you found really challenging will cease to be after a while. You think, why was I ever worried about that? Okay, where haven't I been yet? Make sure I've got some junk for later on. Various uses attached to junk. Right, let's go do the boss fight. didn't even really get to see me pushing back bullets there, which is very, very helpful in getting flawlesses against bosses. As long as you can reload quick enough, or shoot off the last round in your magazine quick enough, you push attacks back, and yeah, it stops them being particularly dangerous to you. Right, so I think we're done on that floor. So, oubliette. Let's see what we get out of the chest this time. So, hopefully on for a 20 floor run on this game. Having done 10 already, hopefully we'll be able to do it all again now. Right, what do I want here? I don't want the boxing glove because it's terrible. I think that is play well, get keys, which isn't very much use in this mode. Don't want the super hot watch either. Not bothered about another weapon based on what I've already got. So might take the aged bell, which just gives you a little bit of a slowdown on things. There we are, the knockback there was very helpful. Oh, we found a secret room there as well. That's blank bullets doing that. Not very much use in rainbow mode, but you know, it's always nice to find secret rooms. Jammed enemy. I think you can push back jammed bullets as well, but they stop being jammed, they just become normal strength bullets when they're reflected back at the enemy. But very useful to not be hit by jammed bullets, because they do double damage. They do double heart damage. If they hit armour, they just take one armour, same as regular bullets. But double heart damage. So yeah, could probably do with some ammo for this at some stage. Not desperate yet. R2GT, you get that one. So yeah, items that I particularly want for the rest of this run will be bullet modifiers, because I'm probably just going to be using this weapon where possible. Ancient Hero's bandana to quadruple its ammo would be very nice. And more companions, so those are the kind of things that I'm going to want to build the strength of this run, but by virtue of having the clone and gunslinger and rainbow mode, it's we're in a strong position as it is. But yeah, clone is another item that you'll be wanting to unlock. That's a very good item to get. It makes things like unlocking the gunslinger very, very much easier. I'll try to talk you through the steps, but as far as I can, while trying not to get killed by a boss. Although, yeah, I mean, pushing most of his attacks back because I can fire faster than he can, essentially. Still got me! Slag! Never mind, you don't particularly need to get flawless victories against the secret floor bosses. Prefer not to get hit, but you don't get a specific reward for it. So yeah, with clone, we've got some ammo, hurrah. You've got the people in the shop, Ox and Cadence. Ox is the big guy who's missing an arm. And once you've beaten the game once, the next time you go back to the Blacksmith on the 5th floor, she will have a spare arm beside her on the floor, which you can pick up and take back to Ox. It's not quite as straightforward as that, unfortunately. So you need to, somewhere on the floor will be an enemy that's carrying a balloon. So you need to have both the arm and the balloon, and they will go together and they'll float up to the 4th floor. And next time you play the game, you'll encounter the arm and a balloon somewhere on the 4th floor, and again put the two together, they'll float up to the 3rd floor, and so on and so forth. So it gradually gets easier because you've got less far to go down the Gungeon to actually find the requisite things, and you might have some shortcuts open to get you to those floors as well, which is also helpful. But when you get it back to the 1st floor and then float it up from there, it will appear in the breach outside the shop. You just pick it up and walk it into the shop, and you get given, well, clone unlocks, and clone is just, you know. Clone is such a good item that you want it. It sounds complicated. It's not all that complicated to do. Like I say, the tricky bits of it are you have to beat the game, which is hard. Then you have to be able to get back to the 5th floor again. But it's definitely worth doing, because the clone can, you get a clone, and at the point you die, you come back super strong. So it's a good one to have. Right, there we go. Let's get the old crest and head off to the 2nd floor, where hopefully we'll be able to pop it onto the altar. I forgot to use the aged bell during the boss fight. That was really daft. Completely typical of me, but very daft. Right, what's it got for me this time? Oh, it's the Ancient Hero's bandana, which I mentioned earlier, so I am having that. So you will see now that instead of having a capacity of 500, this gun has got a capacity of 2000. It doesn't fill the ammo, but it increases the capacity, so if I get any ammo drops or can buy ammo in the shop, it will fill up to the fullest extent, and it applies to all my weapons. So the black old gun will be able to hold 120 rounds as well, which is enough to go through the entire game, it has to be said. Any weapon I pick up from now on as well will also have quadruple ammo capacity, but it will be full as well. So Ancient Hero's bandana is an extremely good get. Oh, here we are, we've got some ammo, so I'll put it in the black old gun, so now I've got 120 rounds in that. That just won't run out of ammo now. Or it might run out, but you'll naturally get ammo drops before it can run out. So that's very handy. Let's get the Nord key for the rat fight. Got Professor Goopton there, not selling anything because it's rainbow mode. Oh, okay. It's just going to lead back to the start of the level. So I will move back to using the finished gun rather than the black old gun once I've actually found the altar room. Which could be most of this floor away still. Try not to get spiked by the floor traps, that'd be a rubbish way to lose the old crest. as would falling in a pit. Go on, R2-G2, get him. Why haven't you come and got this guy, R2-G2? There's a sniper there. Come and save me from the sniper. Thank you. Let's hopefully not fall into a pit and lose the crest. The police companion's a good one. You're right, he does tend to die after he's taken a certain amount of damage. He tends not to survive the dragon fight, particularly the bit at the end where all the bullets come down in a big curtain. And I think he dies quite early on bullet hell, just almost on entering there. But he is good, he's helpful in the first instance, and again, if you've got bullet modifiers, they'll apply to his bullets. But once he's died as well, you can pick up his badge, which gives you a bit of curse, but it gives you a big increase in the damage you do as well. So he's good while he's alive, and he's good after he's died as well. So long as you don't get too cursed. Oh, here we are, I found the altar room, hooray. So there we go, I've got the next floor, secret floor opened up. So let's go back to using the finished gun. The whole point of this episode is to show it off, so let's show it off. Finish that room very quickly. And yeah, made complete mincemeat of that lead maiden as well. Very helpful. Weirdly, those bulletkin seem to stand up longer than the lead maiden did. Not complaining, they're much easier to deal with. Oh, managed to open a secret room there as well. I didn't hear the sound of it happening, but I did. And it's actually useful in rainbow mode as well. Extra bit of armour. But yeah, blank bullets are a very good way of finding secret rooms. There's a few items you can get that will literally show you secret rooms, but blank bullets is a very handy item to have as well. But yeah, in general, secret rooms are a very good tip for Gungeons, because you can boost yourself considerably if you manage to find them. Just managing to find them that's the tricky part of the equation. Okay, let's go do the boss fight, and I'll try to remember to use the aged bell as well. This actually might make life a bit harder for myself, because I don't know when it's going to start up again. There we are, didn't get caught out, so... There we are, another master round. Oh, an ammo refill as well, so we're up to 2,000 for the finished gun, which is absolutely what I wanted. Now as well, if I have a look at the stuff I've collected down the bottom, see I've got Master Round 2 from the first playthrough, and then I've also got Master Round 2, which I picked up just now. So there's a trophy in the game called Lead God, which is getting, in theory, getting Master Rounds 1 to 5 on a single playthrough. which is very hard to do, but if you've got clone, because you'll be repeating levels, it means that you can repeat boss fights and basically have twice as many opportunities to get master rounds, which is good for your overall health as it is, but also a very good way to get 5 in a single run. Makes getting that trophy a lot easier. Although I've managed to do it legitimately quite a few times now, but in the early days that was just like, how would you ever get that done? Well, that's how, with clone. So, right, was there anything in the shop that I could actually make use of? A blank. I'm going to buy a blank even though I don't really need it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in the shop worth having really. So let's go to the Abbey. Right, what have we got here? Is that platinum bullets I see? I think it is. So yeah, I'm going to have platinum bullets. It is, and what that does is every time you kill something you get a bit of a boost to your damage stats. And it means your weapons take on this platinum sheen as well. So yeah, extra damage, I'm completely okay with that. Lead maidens. Oh, sneaky, very sneaky. Right, I think you also need to change weapons to actually get the damage bonus as well, so just make a point of, when I've cleared a room, swapping weapons just to make sure the damage boost does get added on. There we go. And reload as well. That's like the absolute basic is reload between rooms. Make sure you're going in with a full magazine. There are some exceptions to that actually. This gun could be one. If you're down to the last round in a magazine, that's the pushback round, so it might be worth saving that as your first shot going into a new room, particularly a boss fight. And then something like the fight saber as well, which is a weapon where when you reload it pushes back enemy bullets, so it's actually quite beneficial to go in with something less than a full magazine with that weapon so that it can be reloaded. So if you get attacked immediately, you've got the pushback effect straight away, whereas if you've got a full magazine you can't reload it. Okay, yeah, not to worry, Untari. Good to have you in here chatting away. Got some other people watching at the minute as well, so hello to them as well. Do feel free to join in. I like the engagement, so do that. But yeah, go do whatever it is you got to do, and have a good rest of the day. Oh, it's quite late, nearly 5 o'clock. Right, what we have in here? More blanks for no very good reason at all. I've got more than enough blanks, I don't need to keep buying them, but that is what I shall do nonetheless. But yeah, I suppose now's a good time to say it as well. So if you've liked what you've seen here, then do please follow me on Twitch, and I'll be sure to return the favour and follow you back. And if you want to see the entirety of this series, which this is now the last episode in this series, but all the rest of them are over on YouTube under the username BaldyChris. So if you want to check it out, or check out the other stuff I've been running series on, which is mainly so far The Witness and Prey, a few other bits and pieces, a load of indie games. Yeah, do please subscribe to me on YouTube as well, and you know, like, share, comment, all the good things. That would be very gentlemanly of you, or very ladylike as the case may be, or very non-binary, whatever. It would be nice of you is what I'm getting at. So you know, do feel free to do that, and that would be most appreciated. But anyway, yeah, that's enough of my self-promotion, which, as you can gather, I'm not very good at doing. So let's get back to gungeoning and slaughtering things indiscriminately with the finished gun. Okay, might have a secret room coming off here. We do. So this floor always has at least one secret room for Brother Allburn to live in. Here's Brother Allburn. I'm just going to upset him and kill his chest. Didn't like that, did he? Sorry, Brother Allburn. But I can't open it in rainbow mode anyway. Well, I can't keep anything that's in it in rainbow mode, but ordinarily he's very good to find. And then there might be just a regular secret room down on this floor as well. No guarantees, but there might be. Got ammo refill there as well, so I'm sure all the weapons will be completely full now. Oh, it's the boss fight. Haven't cleared out the floor yet. Why can't I see my cursor on this map? There it is. Let's, yeah, do a floor clear before the boss. It's not necessarily essential in rainbow modes, but in general it's very good practice to clear a floor before you go do the boss fight. So that way you will hopefully have the benefit of the two chests that are available on the floor. Should really be killing the guy that's doing the buffing rather than the things that are buffed. Go on RTGT, you get him. Thank you. Oh, there's more. These are annoying because they could knock me into a pit as well, and there's plenty of pits down here. Good lad, R2GT. But yeah, you get to clear the floor. You might get room drops for keys, health, armour, blanks. You'll definitely get more cash the more rooms that you clear. Does help to clear rooms without getting hit to improve the amount of cash you get. But yeah, basically you want to be as boosted as possible before you get into a boss fight. And I really should have spotted that that was a mimic. Oh, damn it. No benefit to mimics in this mode. Unacceptable. Did get another secret room though, with a whole Gwon stone in it. Ooh. I mean, it's not useless, but it's certainly of limited use. Right, let's go see the old king. No black hole gun this time, we'll just be doing him with the finished gun, which ought to be more than enough really. See, it's doing visible dents to that health bar already. Try not to be on fire any longer than is necessary. Took a jammed hit there, but it was onto armour, so it only does the regular one piece of damage rather than double damage like it would on heart health. Well, I'm onto heart health now. If he'd hit me again, then you'd have seen it do a full heart damage rather than half heart damage. But I got you dead, so that was alright. And I forgot to use Aged Bell again, like an absolute clown. But the thing is that the finished gun is such a strong weapon, and I think finished gun, Dark Marker, or Dark Maker, I can never remember what it's actually called, and Black Hole Gun are all so good you almost don't really need to use blanks or active items to boost your performance with those things. You can just let the weapon carry it for you. Anyway, that's that floor dealt with, so we'll head off to, where are we now? Third floor now. I need to look out for rats. Presume I did buy the key for the rat fight. I'm almost certain I would have done it. It's kind of habit by this stage. I did, but there's habit and then there's my forgetfulness as well, so you can never be absolutely sure with me. Right, what have we got here? I would quite like, for novelty value, to take the lowercase r, because it's supposed to say thanks for playing with the bullets that it shoots out once you've got the finished gun. But because I've got Gunslinger, it shoots out rocket instead, which is less helpful. Or less amusing, rather. Right, what do I have here then? I've got duct tape, which I could use to put a few things together and make them truly insane. Black old gun and finished gun together would be ridiculous. I'm half tempted to do it. Fuck it, let's do it. Which way round's the way to do it? I can't remember. The first gun is consumed, I think. I have black old gun and finished gun. This is my plan, such as it is. That was the wrong button. Let's use duct tape. Change weapon. Use duct tape again. And pick up the aged bell once more. And we'll see what carnage this wrecks. Why is he not firing the black hole? Do I still have to charge that up? I might have to charge it up. There it is. It's not quite as devastating as I thought. So yeah, it's like I get the black hole effect as a bit of an afterthought. Empty the regular magazine, then do a charge shot. But still, yeah. Two of the best weapons in the game. All tied together nicely. Oh, there we are. Got a shrine up there, that's a cleanse shrine. Oh, that would actually be a very good shrine to have. Clear all my curse. Can't believe I got hit like that. Oh well. Let's go clear the curse now. So yeah, 30 coins means I had a curse level of 6, which I think 5 of that was from the finished gun and the other one would be from the blank bullets. So now I can start picking up cursed things again if I want, without worrying about Lord of the Jammed appearing, so that's reset me back to 0. Just why not keep buying blanks? Why not? Yeah, these two weapons together are fairly insane. Oops, didn't realise reloading would actually fire off all the stuff I was holding there. Never mind. Bloody table out of the way. And this one. Oh, there's the rats. It has uncovered the hatch for me, so I'll get that unlocked now. We will be back later. Why am I cycling through weapons like that? Surely I should just be weapon switching. That's what I intended to do. I think I just heard a secret room getting opened. I did. Yeah, I was hoping to demonstrate that was putting out the fuse on the chest rather than blowing up the chest, but not to worry. Oh, I've got a synergy that shows me what would be in the chest. That would be an armor synthesizer, no, an ammo synthesizer. But I can't open the chest anyway because it's rainbow mode. So I mean, I can open it, but it won't let me have whatever was in there. Nice to know what I've missed out on though. Right, where's my finished gun again? Or my finished black hole gun combination Franken gun thing? Quite surprised at how well those managed to stay out of the black hole there. Apparently riding in a minecart makes you immune to black holes. Who knew? Yep, shooting that switch would have actually been the easier way to deal with that room. Never mind. Okay, where were we actually going on this floor? Where's the boss? There it is. And it's a boss I don't like. I remembered I had the aged bell. Gives me plenty of time to load up that black hole, which is probably enough to finish the level with now. There we go. Oh no, it's not dead yet. R2-G2 getting in the kill blow there. So yeah, don't like that enemy, but with the combination of things I've got, and the fact there was walls to hide behind as well, you don't always get these walls for cover playing that boss. Yeah, nice, easy, flawless. So another master round to add to the collection. Right. Where else? Where else do we go? Been through the shrine. Haven't got any more curse. Almost got hit by that. One thing about the way this gun now works is that it fires off all the rounds from the finished gun, and where hitting fire at that point normally would just do a reload without you having to hit the reload button. It now doesn't do that, it just starts the charging process for the black hole part of the weapon. It's catching me by surprise each time. Plenty of junk. There's a reason for that. I might try to trigger an advanced dragon fight this time round. Got hit again. Good grief. There we are. It's triggering the black hole now, and I'm just not expecting it each time. So keep getting caught out. Yet again. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything I want to put in the gun muncher really. No. Won't bother with that. Just get this floor fully cleared, then we'll head off and do the rat fight. why RTGT wasn't killing that. Don't like it to be shy. There we are, that's the floor cleared, so yeah, let's get back to the rat hatch. And where's my basic weapon? I want to be triggering blank effect here, there we go, that's why. Opened up the secret bit without having to use a blank, because, you know, I haven't got many blanks. I actually can't count how many I have got there. It is a bit silly. Okay, what you got for me this time? Oh, there is one of the rat items there. The partially eaten cheese. It's an active item though, so it will replace the aged bell. It is better than the aged bell. Oh, there's a few things there. I do like the Vulcan cannon, but there's probably not a lot of point getting that when I've already got the finished gun. So I'd like the ticket as well. Yeah, admit one thing, and that's actually very good with the Vulcan cannon. If you're holding the Vulcan cannon when you use the ticket, you get 2 Gatling guns rather than just one as your backup. Right, it's another active if I take the ticket, so it would replace Aged Bell. I think it is a slightly better get than the Aged Bell though, so I'm going to have it. Annoying to have to leave one behind, but whatever. Let's go. Try not to get lost in the maze part of this. Ooh, we've got 5 viewers at the minute. Hello all of you. That's, I think, just about my record for simultaneous viewers, so do feel free to say hello, won't you? 2 of them are gone. Should know better than to ask people to speak to me. Okay, so that was 2 to the right, I think, wasn't it? Hopefully I'm not taking any wrong turns, because that would be annoying. There we are, I think it's gone the right way. Yep, we have. So let's refill the ammo and get in and fight the rat again. With Gatling Gun this time. Oh, Gatling Gun, in you come. There we are. I don't know what happened to Gatling Gull. I think he ended up over the other side of the room for some reason. But I think he needs a little bit more damage dealing to recharge Gatling Gull, but we'll bring him back in this next phase as well. Shots are going into the black hole now. It's not ideal. enough with that attack because I can't deal with it. Oops. Actually, something... Oh, I'm on fire. Stop being on fire. Something I'm now noticing about the black old gun is that I don't think it's doing the synergies that it used to do, so I've actually made life harder for myself. I'm also using my starter weapon there for some reason. I don't know how that's happened at all. I really need to get better at actually hitting the counter shots when he flashes yellow. That's the key to beating this after all. Muffed it there. Stop eating cheese. And that's why, because you get a counter shot in, you can do a pretty powerful attack of your own. No cheese. Stop with the cheese. Bastard. That one's one of the easier ones to get the timing on. Missed it that time, having said it was the easy one, but he's also vulnerable afterwards. Don't eat cheese, you bugger! I really thought I had that blocked. Never mind, never mind. Got a few decent drops out of him. Right, now why am I not using my finished gun thing? I do still have it, jolly good. Only got one key out of that. Never mind, got broccoli, which makes me strong. That's nice. Got the Gungeon ant, which does some nice damage with the gunslinger. Wind-up gun, which I definitely will not be using. Rocket-powered bullets, which is another good get. Right, let's put myself back with finished gun again. See if there's any mimics here first of all. It also has the fringe benefit of opening up the secret area, which saves using a blank. So more keys that I don't need, another blank which I saved. And yeah, let's top up the ammo there. So that's all the ammo we need. Then we've got this bit over here. I've got one key, I will open that, and then I can throw junk across to that serpent. So yeah, you only need to open the first of those gates, not both of them. It needs 4 items to wake it up, which, if you've got junk, junk's the best thing for that. But it will take any 4 items. That's it. So now he's awake and he's on our side for the time being. Okay, so I'm done on that bit. It's off to the 4th floor with my new snaky friend. He doesn't do very much. He blocks bullets, which is helpful. But if you have too many companions, it can make it really hard to try and actually see what's happening on screen. It can confuse you and sort of make you take silly hits here and there, but I'll live with that. Right, what do we have here? So I'm probably going to take one of these bullet modifiers. I think that's either heavy bullets or fat bullets, and that is either gilded bullets or bum bullets. I'm not sure which. Fat bullets. Excellent. Fatter equals stronger. And they will also be rocket powered now as well. So yep, they're pretty fast. And R2-G2's bullets will also be rocket powered and fat, I think, as well. No idea how those things didn't get taken into the black hole, but I suppose it only went across the room rather than along the room. Need to listen to my own advice about how to actually shoot these things. Right, let's get another blank. I wonder, can you actually get blanks literally all the way across the screen? I don't know. I don't know why I didn't just teleport back to there. Right, yeah, having a little trouble seeing where I am on screen there. I'm gonna scan this trap room by firing a black hole. Why not? Still got hit. What a dick. I was going to say, yeah, if you've got a black hole gun and enough ammo, then, you know, why not use it to your advantage in trap room situations? Completely failing to fire off black hole rounds there, and failing to reload to set off my normal rounds as well. These poor baddies aren't really standing much of a chance against the rocket-powered bullets out of the finished gun. I don't feel too sorry for them, they'd be happy to see me die, so... Where actually is the boss? Oh, there it is. I don't like this boss in the slightest. Black hole effects are very useful though. Even if they're not doing terribly much damage of their own, still pretty useful. Oh, poor Gatling Gull, didn't make it. Okay, yeah, I still want to find the cell creep on this floor, although he might well be this way. Yes, he is. Right, let's sell some more junk. And another one of my master rounds. Apparently it's not going to take that. Okay. Yeah. Weirdly, sometimes the cell creep still stays there and kind of blocks the grating a little bit. You can still get in there. Okay, what this time? I think I'm going to take this capsule. I think that's increased accuracy. I think so. Let's double check. Greatly increases accuracy. Yep, okay. Sounds like it'd be helpful. Why not? Not sure I'm really noticing an improvement here. But that's possibly just because the bullets are firing too fast for me to actually tell. Yeah, I don't know if the accuracy is vastly increased. I've still been managing to hit plenty of things that... or failing to hit plenty of things. Yeah, I've got Gatling Gun recharged for the boss fight anyway. Trying to use more of the actual finished gun rounds rather than the black hole ones, but like I say, I'll keep forgetting that once the magazine's empty, it's going to try firing off or start charging up the black hole rounds, like there. Black hole is, yeah, it's not doing the damage synergy that it usually does with the gunslinger, because I've got it taped up to this weapon, so I'm not sure if it was how good an idea it was to actually put the two together. I mean, it's still a good weapon, not that I actually managed to fire it there, but... Oh, Gatling gun, come on, help me out. Forgot to use him. Taking a few hits here. Yeah, I don't know, I can't tell if it is doing damage or not. I assume it did there, but it might have been my turret and Gatling gun that actually did the damage that finished it off. Somehow my ammo capacity's gone down as well. Must have picked up something else that's having a weird effect. Right, yeah, 5th floor, here we come. Right, okay, I'm ruling out the weapons because I want to keep using this weapon. I don't want bracket key because it's an active item, it will replace the one I've got. Same with cigarettes, and yeah, not too fussed about that. I think that's a Gungeon stone, I'm not 100% sure what it actually does, and then there's the Holy Grail, which will give me a bit of curse, but I don't have any curse level at the minute, so yeah, I think I'll take Holy Grail. I literally never need to worry about ammo now. If I get hit, and I will get hit, it'll refill the ammo. I accidentally started off using the basic starter weapon there. However, with this current setup, the starter weapon is good enough to even deal with the 5th floor. Oh, hello Tariq, welcome back again. You'll see me nearing the end of this particular campaign. There we are, made short work of them. Oh, not everything's dead. What's happened there? Is that a gun fairy's just appeared in the room? It's the only thing I can think of. I've got a drop for finishing the room. Yeah, it must have been a gun fairy came in. Doesn't happen often. Usually catches me by surprise when it does. Why is there nothing in here? That's very unusual. Alright, well, I'll take an empty room. I can live with that. Set everything on fire. How inconsiderate of it. Oops, told you I'd get hit. But yeah, it did refill my ammo. Yeah, so as well, you'll see me fight an advanced dragon because I've picked up this serpent. And I'm not good at the advanced dragon fight. Partly because you just don't see it very often. It takes quite a bit of doing to encounter it all, but it's a lot harder than the regular one. And I might just rely on the black old gun for it, because I'm that bad at dealing with it otherwise. Is everything dead in here? Not quite. Oh, sneaky. I managed to avoid taking a hit anyway. The ticket, you'll get to see ticket as well. Ticket brings in Gatling Gull as an ally, so it's pretty useful. That's another good tip for getting flawlesses against bosses, is if you use Gatling Gull as an ally, you can hide behind him as well. You can shoot through him. So yeah, you can just use him as a human shield, because the enemies can't shoot through him, but you can. So as long as you can stay behind him, you can just stay out of harm's way. It's pretty handy. Oh, let's use him here, in fact, we've got a mini-boss. So, yeah, I'll just stand behind him. Not even shooting myself at the minute. I'll let Gatling Gull do it for me. There you go. Yeah, an avian shield is perhaps more the the term I'm aiming for there, but you get what I mean. There you are. Mini-boss defeated without having to let off a single round of my own. So it's quite a powerful thing, and then it recharges with amount of damage done. So even if it's not ready in time for the boss fight, it'll be during the boss fight for sure. I'll do enough damage to get it reactivated. Didn't see him spawning in right in front of me. Very sneaky behaviour. Not leaving stuff for the rat. Oh, sneaky block there. Don't like those blocks. The blocks can really ruin you as well if you're not expecting them. And even though I should expect them by now, they still catch me by surprise. Why have I changed weapon? I did not mean to do that. I meant to reload. Right, well, I'm going to buy some armour just for the hell of it. So I've got to spend the money on something, right? So I'll have another bullet that can kill the past. Yes, please. Because one isn't enough. I've got to have two of them. There we are. I've got the Gatling gun recharged now. Whoops. Oh, we found the boss as well. Might as well just go straight into the boss. Yeah, can't really see the point of getting the chests done at this juncture. So yeah, this will be the advanced dragon. So keep an eye on the snake and watch its allegiances shift when I go in here. I don't know if you get a different title screen or let it play. I don't normally bother with the intro screens, but let's let it play. I think that's just normal. I don't really know. Come on, Gatling Gull. In you come. Thought I'd actually got Gatling Gull in the black hole there. So you see what I mean about earlier when I was staying down the bottom out of harm's way for that particular attack. So Gatling Gull also gets blank bullet effect, so he's clearing a path for me here, which is kind of helpful. Was helpful. And again, I can hide behind him. Now this is where stuff gets a bit different, because he ain't dead. In fact, it's just annoyed him. And he now does different attack patterns that I just don't know. In this phase as well, there's some of the supposed safe spots have got dead ends in them, but since I've got the ability to push back bullets with the finished gun, I'm going to use that. Let's bring in Gatling Gun again, I think. Nearly dead? It is, yeah. Good, okay. Well, I didn't rely too much on the black hole effects there. Finished gun is a very powerful weapon to be using, so that's the advanced dragon beaten. His head blows up instead of dropping on the floor. But yeah, advanced dragon is really very hard, and it is purely the setup I've got that's allowing me to to go past it. I would avoid that fight at all costs wherever possible. It's easily avoided, you've really got to go out of your way to make it happen. But yeah, if you're going to make it happen, you need to be confident in your setup for sure. So let's go off and do bullet hell, and going into it this way will bring about a twin lich fight rather than a single lich fight, but it only lasts one phase rather than 3. That's what counts as the gunslinger's past. Although officially he doesn't have one, but his past is bullet hell and a double lich fight. You'll see, you'll see. So what am I getting out of my final rainbow chest? At the end of this 20-floor run, it's gone on just over 3 hours already. So, yeah, thank you very much for sticking around and returning to it. It is appreciated. Oh, double vision is good. We've got some extra heart health, which is also good. And we've got spice, which will temporarily replace my ticket, but I'm going to use the spice and give myself an extra heart container and extra damage and take my ticket back as well. Right, which way to go this time round? Let's go this way and see what happens. Oh, there's a shock grab down there, I should have killed that. Look at that. Got me. However, it did refill my ammo because I picked up the Holy Grail, so there's a fringe benefit to taking hits. Chances are I was never going to run out of ammo with Ancient Heroes bandana anyway, but if it gets refilled every time I take a hit, I'm not about to argue with that gameplay mechanic. Yeah, these fat bullets and rocket bullets are making the finished gun even more brutal than it was. Right, okay, so done most of the initial loop there, but upwards will be the correct way to go now. Got an ammo refill there anyway. Not a lot of room to manoeuvre in the entrance to that room. Making very good use of my weaponry there, mainly firing it into the wall. Right, where's the guy doing the buffing? There's a skeleton summoner, he can go. Apparently didn't get rid of him before he summoned a skeleton though. There's another wave in this ring. It's just unacceptable behaviour. Whoa, that's especially unacceptable. Oh, we've got some more spice as well. This is what happens when you take spice. It's spice is a reference to June. It was what they just called the drugs in June. So when you take spice in this game, it gets you addicted to it, so it starts appearing more and more often. So I can use it again. It increases my curse. It also has increased my health again and increased my damage. But those two uses are the only health beneficial ones from this point on. If I start using it again, it will hurt my health, but it will make me much stronger still. So I don't know if I'll keep using it or not. I tend to only ever use it twice because I'm a bit of a pussy. Right, okay, three-way split. That middle one is definitely going to be part of the loop. So I'm going to guess at the bottom exit as being not part of the loop, but I may yet be proved wrong. Okay, let's use the black hole effect here. Let's finish the room off nicely. Yeah, ammo refill, always helpful. I think this might be part of a loop, we'll see. Hard to tell until such time as you're virtually done with the loop sometimes. Ooh, we've got a gold shell case in there, it's a big boost to the cash reserves, not that they're particularly needed. Yeah, I think this is the looped bit, so let's back out of that. It's basically just a call centre job that I'm going for. Yeah, I mean, I quit my mortgage underwriting job at the end of last year. Voluntary redundancy, did quite well out of that. Then I was out of work for a few months, found another job in mortgage underwriting, but I hated it. I only stayed there a month, so I've been out of work since then as well. Decided to try and reinvent myself as a streamer in that period, which, yeah, it's going all right, but I'm not making a living out of it for sure. So yeah, I'm having to face facts that I do need to get another job again, so trying to step away from doing what I was doing before, just do something a little bit different. I mean, hopefully I won't hate it, but it's we'll see. We'll see how it goes anyway. So yeah, I'll have to start. You know, I'll probably actually, you know, scheduling streams and that kind of thing, rather than just getting up when I want and staying up till when I want, just thinking, oh, midnight, that's good enough time to do a stream. I'll have to start having a bit more structure to my day. That's if I get it, of course, but it's it's a newly opened office, so there's a lot of positions available, so I'm relatively hopeful for it, but we'll see how it pans out. Right, so I've gone the right way, so this is the last three-way split now. So which one is going to be the correct route to the boss? Guess at this one and we'll find out. Where are all the enemies? Oh, there they are. Got a sneaky hit on me there. Ammo refill. Not that I needed it. If I got hit, I got my ammo refilled anyway, so. Oh yeah, this gun is high powered. If it took out a jammed gun nut on this floor in one magazine, it's doing good damage. I've gone down a dead end, as you can see. This floor is just designed to mess you up. Like, the longer you're on the floor, the more likely you are to take a hit, because it's a hard floor, can't make any bones about that. And there aren't any shops or chests either, so you haven't got the opportunity to replenish any ammo or anything like that, although the setup I've got, I'm past the point of needing ammo really. I can't run out of ammo with the setup I've got now. But yeah, ordinarily this floor can just, you know, bleed you dry and you'll end up facing powerful bosses with nothing left in your arsenal. little bit of a health refill. I've gone down another dead end as well. 2 out of the 3 routes are dead ends, and I've picked them both. Never mind. Let's use the black hole there. Oh, I've opened a secret room as well. You will always get one secret room on Bullet Hell, and it'll be this one with an evil gun muncher in it. This is one of the harder unlocks in the game, because firstly you need to get to Bullet Hell, which is not that easy. Then you need to have gone the right way through the maze to actually encounter the room it's in. Then you need to open it, and then you can feed it 10 guns. Let's see. I'm not sure I've got 10 guns. I'm not going to give it anything because I've already done it, but once you give it 10 guns, which you can do over multiple runs, it unlocks something called the Gunslinger's Ashes, which is just a new type of gun, basically. But it's one of the harder things to get unlocked in the game, just because there's such a specific set of requirements to actually do it. But I have already done it, as is evidenced by my finished gun. So I'm not going to bother giving it any more weapons now. But yeah, once you've done the initial feed it 10 guns, it will still take a random number of guns thereafter to give you something back. I think it normally gives you something pretty good, but you could literally feed it every gun you have and still not be guaranteed to get anything out of it. So should be the boss now. So 1 normal lich, 1 jammed lich, and we'll bring in Gatling Gull for help as well. But with the setup we've got here and the pushback in particular, I don't know that we're going to need very much help really. One of them's dead already, the other one's on his last legs. There we go. No hits. I can't claim that about my lich fights very often at all. But yeah, you have to do that double lich fight to get the gunslinger unlocked in the first place. And again, it's a hard fight. Lich is a hard fight in any incarnation. The 2 of them in particular is hard work, although it only being 1 phase rather than 3 does make your life a bit easier in that respect. But tough old fight, depending on the setup that you've got. So I make light of it, but very much just the stuff I've got is what made that look easy, not my ability whatsoever. So anyway, that is it. 20 floor run complete using the finished gun, and bringing this episode to an end, and this entire series of Unloaded to an end, because it's now absolutely fully loaded again. Gone from completely clean save file up to finished gun, and got to show off using the the finished gun on a nice 20 floor run there as well. So yeah, that is it. That's the end of Enter the Gungeon Unloaded. Apparently not the hunting quest though. But yes, so thank you to those that have been watching it on the way, and in this episode in particular. Seem to have had decent viewer figures throughout, a bit of engagement there with Untari as well, so thank you very much for that. And like I was saying earlier, do feel free to follow me on Twitch and see what I move to next, which is very likely to be Far Cry 6, because that came in the post the other day. And yeah, follow me on Twitch, I'll follow you back. If you want to check out the whole series over on YouTube, it's under the news. Get on to Returning the Favour once I get off this. And I will see you in the next episode of Bye for now.